Hello and welcome to episode 338 of the Player One podcast for Monday, April 22nd, 2013. I'm your host, Chris Johnston. With me, as always, from the West Coast, I don't have any intro this week, so I'm just going to say hello. The most blows, Filthy Evolved. Hello.
Typical. Hey!
Typical. Before
we start the show, I'm gonna take a moment to give congratulations to I Miss Greg Ford, who just got hitched.
Oh
yeah, really?
Like married.
Wow. To another person?
To a human female.
I mean, I know how liberal you are out there in California, so
we are.
Yeah.
Did he, by any chance, sing at the wedding?
I don't know.
I would say based on his performance,
probably not.
Songs, probably not.
No,
it's Christmas time.
Oh, now you're just being mean. You're just being mean. But yes, he got married to his lovely wife Vanessa.
Oh, she was already his wife?
Well, I mean, she is now.
Oh, okay.
It's a weird situation. I don't know. But yeah. So
congratulations. Yeah.
Mazel tov.
Congrats, Ford.
Yes.
Does he still listen to this podcast?
Love to hear about Greg's doing well.
I don't know.
Yes.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either.
If I was able to get away, I wouldn't.
It doesn't even have Greg Ford on it.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
True. And joining us from Canada, Mr. Greg Stewart.
I'd like to take this time to congratulate former Player One host Greg Ford on getting hitched this weekend to his wife.
Really?
Physically, actually.
Ew, my goodness.
Yeah, I know. It was bizarre.
Man.
All right. And joining us from the great state of Utah, Mr. Mike Phillips.
I congratulate no one.
What's so great about Utah? Tell me
that used to...
in 10 minutes or less.
That used to be the official slogan of Utah. A pretty, great state.
I thought you were going to say the official slogan was, "What's so great about Utah?" Which seemed like
that would be even
idea.
better. But yeah, it used to be it was on the license plates, a pretty great state.
Wow.
With a comma, of course. So
That's
they were trying to say that it was beautiful and also great, but instead they ended up saying...
pretty great.
That's a pretty great state motto right there.
Pretty all right.
Yeah, it's kind of the shits. But
it replaced "We're like Wyoming" with a chunk taken out of it. If I remember correctly.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Be deep in the cold ground before I recognize Missouri.
Sorry, had nothing to do with this conversation.
Why'd you have to drag that into
I appreciate the reference.
Thank you.
But
I'm glad that you recognize that it was such.
Here, I'll bring it back to Missouri and Utah. A former governor of Missouri with the last name of Boggs once issued an exterminate on sight order for Mormons. So there you go. There's your Utah-Missouri connection.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, people really hated you guys.
Well, we're not good is the problem. Yeah.
Holy cow.
So there should be a subplot in a video game about a city in the sky.
Oh.
That's why you pack up the wagons and head west to a state that looks like Wyoming with a chunk cut out.
Or
where you're free to marry your cousins.
Or where?
Colorado.
Oh, yeah. That looks just like Wyoming.
Yeah. Try and tell those two apart. I don't want to sound statist, but they all kind of look the same to me.
Yep.
All right. There you go.
Phil? Yes?
You're a teacher.
10 provinces in Nova Scotia?
What now?
Can you name the 10 provinces in Nova Scotia? In Nova Scotia. Oh my God! In Canada.
Wow.
Never mind. You know what? Just cut that out.
Nova Scotia.
That's really embarrassing.
Nova Scotia.
I'm having trouble today because I actually said during a conversation at lunch something was like a ship without an udder.
Oh wow!
Yikes! Someone's milking my galleon.
Started to answer what I'd said, and then he looked at me and goes, "Did you say a ship without an udder?" No.
To be fair, most of them don't have those.
That is true.
Unless it's some sort of cow
So most ships
ship.
would be like most other ships without udders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of udders, let's point this one at Guacamelee.
Nova Scotia.
We're actually going to do this?
Quebec. British Columbia.
All right.
Google. Or
Ontario.
wait, no, I'm reading that off my screen too.
No, Ontario. Saskatchewan.
You're missing 3.
Really?
Yeah. Calgary. Where's Calgary?
God.
You should know because the 1988 Olympics.
Was that a sports
No.
thing?
Yes. Jesus.
Ah, crap. I don't know. I'm done.
Alberta, Manitoba, and New Brunswick. And Prince Edward Island. Did you say Prince Edward Island?
I don't think I did. No.
Okay. No, he didn't.
I should have gotten New Brunswick because I am an avid bowler.
That's true. And this is the worst intro for the show so far, CJ. You
Well,
have
you
lost
asked.
control of this.
I'm not the
I'm
one who
just saying,
started
you-
a Canada.
Listen, you're the
province
host.
Trivia
You're the
game.
one who's supposed to call bullshit on that and move forward.
I did. I said let's point our udders towards Guacamelee, and
Not
y'all
forcefully
ignored it.
enough.
Whoa.
Gross.
Let's rub our Timbits all over it.
I haven't finished
Tim
it
Horton
yet.
would be proud.
You haven't finished it.
No, I'm
Neither
very
have
close.
I. But then again, I haven't played it.
I'm
much
very
at all.
close.
Well, it's
I
only like
just
6
got-
hours long.
I just got the final power
Ah.
for
The
you know,
lightsaber.
I don't want to give it. Yes.
I
don't wanna
can't
give
believe
away.
it was all about Star Wars the whole time.
It's weird.
Well, it's
I did not expect it.
that Disney deal opened up all sorts of weirdness.
Mhm.
So
He is your father. That
is?
was a twist I didn't expect. The
Like to
one
point out,
the one
CJ.
Mexican guy.
Yeah.
Yes. I'd like to point out, CJ, that you could have used the whole Canada talk as a segue into a Guacamelee discussion.
that's true.
How would
Saying.
that work?
Well, the developer's based in
I
Toronto.
thought we talked about that last week. Trying to keep it
You
fresh.
can't ever talk about Canada again.
No.
Yeah. Canada got
That's
its
right, no.
mention. And it should
So,
be happy
I
it got
have to
that
say-
much.
Can't use it again.
Nope.
The final boss way easier than the penultimate boss. Like
Oh, yeah?
considerably
Do you mean
easier.
When you say penultimate boss, do you mean the first form of the final boss or the actual
No.
penultimate boss?
No, I mean Jaguar Javier was a bitch compared to
Oh.
I was
what's his
really...
name? Malaka, Makala, Yomama.
It's
I can't
pronounced
remember his last
Hakuna
name.
Matata. And it means
Yeah,
no
That's
worries.
correct.
Mecca like
a
a
little
high.
respect for other languages.
But
Mecca
he,
like a high, Mecca
he was way
chimney.
easier
Whoa.
than
Nice.
Jaguar, I thought.
I think I fought him more times than I fought Jaguar.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I fought him
But I
like
think
twice. His
I
tells
think
were
I got
way
Jaguar
easier.
faster than you did.
Yeah, you may have. You may have. And I don't even want to know what he would be like fighting him on hard, because I just played the whole thing on normal, but on
Oh,
hard
God.
he would have to be a pain in the ass, I would think.
Mm.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
how far are you, CJ?
I haven't played any more since last week, so not
damn
very.
There you go.
It's a
But
damn
hey, I
shame.
finished Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, look at you.
But we're talking
Yeah.
Guacamelee right now.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
there is no dip in that game for me, Guacamelee. I thought it was fantastic, and I loved
No,
it.
it really is.
I hit the save point right before the end boss and decided I would go back and do a bunch of side missions. The one thing that I haven't done is, did you find I can't remember exactly what it's called, the treetop?
Yeah, I knew
Area.
you were going to say that.
What the fuck is that?
Have you
How-
seen? Did you do it yet?
No, well,
Are you going to try?
I looked at it for about 30 seconds and thought, I don't even know
I
what
don't
I'm
even
supposed
know
to do
how
here.
to start. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because so you finished the game and you didn't get all the pieces of the luchador mask then.
I guess not if they're up there, because
They're one of the
have no
pieces is
idea.
up there. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's pretty much what I did, and I kind of I finished the game, and I was same as you. Like there wasn't any part of that game that I didn't really enjoy because
Yeah.
there was the platforming actually gets pretty tough near the end, but it's like it never got to the point where I wanted to stop because I could always see exactly what I should be doing next, and it's like I just have to get the timing down on that. And I finished the game, and then it's like, well, I'm missing like I don't know 4 pieces of the mask, so I'm gonna go back and start looking for those. And I had seen that treetop at one point, but I knew I couldn't tackle it because I didn't have any kind of power to even get up there
Yeah.
at the time. I went back and looked at it one more time. This is kind of like you. Like, there's no way. There's no way that I'm going to do this. Just forget it.
I was actually on Skype last night with a listener of the program, hacker alias Phineas Gage, while he was playing it, and he was playing it on the Vita and not having any success, so he switched over to the PS3, and man, if you want to hear, I should have recorded it so you could hear a 30-minute stream of profanity in a New Zealand accent. It was fantastic.
Well, I finally, when I went back and looked at it, I finally went to YouTube because I'm like, well, I'm never going to do this, but I do kind of want to see what's up there.
Yeah.
So I went to YouTube, and man, if you think the first screen looks intimidating, go watch someone actually get through it, because it goes on and on and on.
Oh, and that was the other thing is no checkpoint in that section. That was part of the profanity. Yeah, I guess some of the areas there you have to use basically all your powers in conjunction with switching back and forth between the light and the dark universe. And, you know, he got 10 or 15 minutes into it and decided, fuck this, but then went back to it and, no checkpoint. No.
Although, I will say, one of the other segments that I watched on YouTube to get another one of those pieces, Phil would appreciate.
Why is that?
There's a little bit of a Mega Man reference going on.
Oh, okay, very nice.
Yeah. But you're saying very nice now, but if you go try to do it, I think you'll probably want to throw your Vita across the room.
Okay.
But either way, those look really frustrating and almost impossible to me, but they're not required, and I still really enjoyed the game without doing them.
Yeah, I mean, there is enough challenge in having to use the uppercut and the double jump and switching, you know, between those portals and switching light. And I mean, they stack so much of that together at the end of the game that there's plenty for your fingers to do, and it's really fun.
Yeah, it is.
I usually have plenty for my fingers to do, so should I bother?
Well, you have many body cavities, 2 to 3 more than I do, so I think that makes sense.
I have my fingers in a lot of pies, so to speak.
Revenge of the Nerds reference next.
Oh, wow.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So anyway, I hope you continue and finish that game, Phil.
Oh, I totally will. I definitely will.
I think you'll really enjoy it.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Now,
I hope there's DLC as well, actually. That would be keen.
Have they suggested such a thing?
I saw a tweet that intimated that there may be DLC coming for it. I hope it's not all of the type of stuff like those treetop challenges, though. I would like to be able to actually do them.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
So, now, since we're on the topic of Guacamelee, the newest PlayStation Plus thing this week. What are they calling this? Spring Fever. The newest Spring Fever game is what is it called, Phil? You're actually playing this.
The Dragon Fantasy Book 1?
Yes. How is that? Because now I looked at that and I gotta say that it seems like there's a really high chance of it being a retrocity. Just from looking at it. And there's no demo.
Well, I'm going to say this. I have friends who worked on it, so...
Okay. So you're not going to give us an honest opinion, is what you're saying?
No. It's terribly good. No.
Read between the lines.
No, I'm actually... I haven't played that much of it yet, to be honest. Just kind of the early intro bits. And it doesn't... it's certainly jokey and lighthearted, but nothing overly atrocious about it yet. So hopefully that's not the case. It's one of the guys who I worked very closely with at Backbone did the art for the game.
Okay.
Which looks outstanding. I'm going to say that.
It does. No, the game does look very pretty. I will give it that. In a 16-bit kind of way.
You know, one of the neat things about it, actually, is that it does have that 16-bit look to it, but when you are in the game, you can actually turn off the enhanced graphics, and it will drop back down to 8-bit style graphics and music as well.
Because it came out on the iOS, right?
Yes.
In, like, 8-bit form.
Yes, and then they redid everything. They redrew the whole game in a 16-bit style, but then left the 8-bit in there as a sort of alternate mode. And I guess they're going to be updating the iOS version as well with the new graphics. So
they're going to update to 32-bit, so it's a whole bunch of really, really ugly 3D models.
Yes.
It's going to look like Trevor McFur.
There's a game that does that, by the way. Have you guys watched the trailer or seen anything on Evo Land?
No.
It's a PC game. I haven't bought it yet because it does not yet have controller support, and I am that kind of a dickhead. But actually, when you hear what kind of game it is, it doesn't make any sense that it doesn't have controller support. But it's an RPG, like an action RPG, that begins with very primitive sort of C64-ish style graphics and evolves over time to 8-bit, 16-bit, and then it gets into full 3D polygons, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
Good idea. I want to play it, but I gotta wait until there's a controller.
Action RPG with no controller support, huh?
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
Exactly. I mean, they're trying to pay homage to all of these old action RPGs, but if you're going to do that, I think you should be able to play them like one.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
So
someday.
Yeah, but no, I'm enjoying Dragon Fantasy so far. It's very very simplistic, like kind of early Dragon Warrior style RPG. So if you are not a fan of the basic RPG structure, you probably won't like it.
Okay.
So
I'm really torn on it. I wish there was some kind of demo. I might just have to watch some YouTube videos of it.
Yeah. But
might be a demo eventually. Seems like
it's cheap this week, so
right.
Kind of, if I wanted, I'd like to get the better price for it.
Right. Yeah, check out a couple of videos. I'm sure there are plenty up there.
Speaking of atrocities or games that look like they could be, Phil, have you ever tried Rad Raygun?
I've tried Rad Racer.
Okay. Rad Raygun is, I think it's just on the Xbox Live Indie channel.
Okay.
I've
tried Rad Racer 2.
No, closer.
Okay.
No. So the whole thing...
Totally rad.
Totally
it's
rad.
Just an action
Gravity?
game. It's just an action game that's got like Game Boy style visuals.
Okay.
But it's very much meant to be Mega Man.
What's it called again?
Rad Raygun.
Rad Raygun. In all my stupid joke cracking. I've seen this game.
Yeah,
it's named after Ronald Reagan's third son, I believe.
Yeah. But anyway, I tried the trial out.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Those are pretty good running.
Well,
that was really good.
I've been working on that since 1984. So.
Anyway, I tried the trial out, and I thought that you might like it, so you should check it out.
Well, perhaps I will.
Oh my God. I've never wished so badly I was John Hinckley Jr.
I get that.
Assassination attempts are funny.
Oh, man, are they?
Oh, boy.
Yeah. All right, so speaking of sticking your fingers in, the water.
What?
With this one, let's talk about Fish Out of Water. There's Half-Brick's new iOS game.
Good Lord, that
was a great segue, wasn't it?
Holy shit.
You were
that was something.
working on that one.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. Half-Brick's new flicking game, or touch game. This one's like a flick, touch, fish tossing game.
Oh, another one of those.
Another one of those.
Fish tossing game.
So many of those in the App Store.
So, CJ, let me ask you this. Would you say that this game has you hooked?
I like that way more than I should have.
Don't take the bait, CJ. Don't do it. Hey, where's Finn this episode?
They got
nice.
Taking a nap right now.
Yeah, I wasn't really asking.
Yeah.
So this game actually,
that's funnier than everything Phil said for the past year.
Does this remind anyone of the free Flash game Yeti Snowball whatever, or Throw the Penguin games?
No, sure, yeah. It's similar to that. Or Burrito Bison.
Now I want to play it.
Bison.
It's like those, except it costs $1.
Now I don't want to play it.
But it's got that Half-Brick charm to it.
It does.
It's got a lot of charm.
You know, out of all of the Half-Brick games, which I've really enjoyed all of them. Yeah, I love Jetpack Joyride and Fruit Ninja.
And
But,
even that zombie, is it Monster Dash?
Yeah, there's Monster Dash.
I love that game.
And Age of Zombies,
Mm-hmm.
the twin stick shooter, or the twin touch shooter, I guess.
Yep.
But this
What
one...
are you doing there, Greg?
Getting my phone.
Gotta readjust.
Yeah. He has that right there on his lap.
I'd need to be wearing underwear to need to readjust.
Oh.
Ugh.
Ew.
Let's see. Pics, please.
See them Timbits.
And I feel like, with this the YouTube chat here, I feel like I'm playing Uno on Xbox Live.
Oh God! No,
Why
that's
don't you-
really enough junk.
Why don't you pan that camera down right there.
Nice shirt,
But-
by the way.
Oh, thank you. You like that?
I love that every week we have to give each other compliments on our shirts so that nobody can see who's listening to the podcast.
CJ with his Rock Band shirt.
Rock band.
That's right.
See, that makes you a sellout. Phil's is cool. You're a sellout.
Once you
No.
spend $1,000 on
This
DLC,
is
they
what
send
you
you
get
that for
free
free.
shirt.
This. Yeah.
Yeah,
For $10.95.
yeah. But so what was I saying?
You were saying
Something
out
about
of all of the half-brick games, ... T-shirt.
this one is wearing this T-shirt. Check this out. No, this one seems to be the most calculated to be on track to dive right into a marketing blitz a la Angry Birds.
Okay.
The,
You're talking about like
the collection of adorable.
That was the worst sentence ever.
toy versions of the fishes that you can throw and toss.
I am sure. They are setting that up.
So you're saying I should never let my kids see this game?
No, because
It is
has
very cute.
bunch
It's a
of
cute game.
adorable.
Yeah, they're never going to see it.
fishes.
I think it's also their least interesting game
Yeah,
by far. I mean,
I
it's
would
kind
agree.
of freaking boring. You do one thing and then you just sit there. And it takes...
Well, you don't just sit there. You have to tap on the
Tiger
screen to
boost
use your
and stuff.
boosts.
You don't have to tap on the screen. Is there ever any reason that you wouldn't just hold your finger down the whole time and just use all your
Yes.
boost?
Yes.
What is that reason?
Well, some of the fish I've found get better bounce if you boost right before hitting the waves.
Yeah, that's true.
Some, like the dolphin, Finlay,
They all have cute names.
they all have extremely cute names.
Buy the
um,
T-shirt.
You can, if you boost when he's coming out of the water, you get better distance out of that.
Yeah.
So there's definitely some strategy
Yeah,
there.
they do get more distance or more skips depending on.
I'm
When you
going to
boost.
say that might be the loosest definition of strategy in video gaming. But okay.
Sure.
But I mean,
also-
it's fun. I'm enjoying it. But I do agree with you, Mike. It is.
It does not
probably-
seem very deep.
No. Oh,
Is that,
God.
Oh my God!
Why are you still alive? The other thing is, it takes ages to level up in the thing. Like all of the little goals and challenges and stuff just takes so
Really?
long.
Goals and what?
I'm having no problem with that at all.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Can you not just buy double XP?
You can buy more gems that make you do.
You can buy
more
gems, but
or
you,
go
I
farther.
have not spent any more than the 99 cents
Yeah.
introductory price. So,
I haven't either, and I think I'm slightly farther
and I felt no
than
pressure
either of you
to
cats,
either.
and I haven't felt any pressure to. But it does seem to just take forever.
You might not be playing right.
I'm sure that's the case. I'm sure that I'm
Well, if
really
you're just
missing
holding down
out
the boost, then yes.
layer,
Not.
layer
Just
after
holding
layer
down
of
boost.
strategy. Let me check the leaderboards here real quick and see who has the highest score among
All
us.
right, all
boy.
right.
Well, I don't think I played today, so I don't think.
Oh, it's me. Sorry,
What's your high score?
I haven't got a 10 yet. I have a 9.8.
Holy crap!
Wow.
Yeah,
I think I
Nice.
might.
but
I mean, if you were
that's
using
without
strategy
using
right-
strategy, obviously,
Yeah.
right? So
You'd have a 10 by now.
right,
Yeah.
well,
true enough. It's all right. It's probably worth 99 cents. I might not
say
remember
it
it
is.
next week when we talk, but yeah, it's fun.
That's just the disposable nature of games on mobile.
Kinda.
Yeah.
yes.
So sad.
Yeah, but I mean, let's see they did a lot of additions to Fruit Ninja. They did a lot of additions to Jetpack Joyride. Let's see what they do with this one.
Yeah, and they've gotten their games on other platforms too. So maybe this shows up on the Vita or the 3DS or something. It would probably do pretty darn well on the 3DS.
Yeah, and actually, Fruit Ninja is a almost completely different game now than it was when it started, and it's significantly
also better with Kinect.
Better. I've heard that.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't agree with that. I've played the Kinect Fruit Ninja.
Yeah.
And all it did was make me not get a very high score and become really sore.
But you got to show off just how goddamn coordinated you are.
That's true. But, my nephews weren't terribly impressed.
And then they needed a new television.
It's true.
When they threw the knife through it, because you play actually with knives, so it's more authentic.
I don't go halfway.
Phil's playstyle is method.
Yes.
All right, so let's talk about the Soul...
Hey, CJ.
Yeah?
Plug the Fish Out of Water League that we have.
Oh, yeah.
There is one?
There's a Player
you weren't
One
invited,
Podcast
apparently.
League.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
I sent out a Twitter, and
You
CJ
did?
and the Player One account retweeted it.
That's right. Yeah, that's Player One Podcast, all spelt out with spaces in between the words.
Yeah,
I just assumed that maybe I wasn't invited because I'm not a sim player like you guys are. You have to use the right strategies and...
No. You can join our league. You know what?
Of course.
Join for the halibut.
Fugu.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right, so let's talk about the
I never want to talk about this game again.
Soul Sacrifice.
Soul Sacrifice.
Soul Sacrifice.
None of you guys downloaded this demo because you don't care?
I did.
What'd you think?
Did you play it though, CJ?
I did play probably about 3 missions in the game.
3 minutes?
Yeah.
3 missions. They're quick, though, so not long.
I guess this is kind of impressive for what it is.
I hear it's a very big demo.
Yeah, and your save carries over, too, if you buy the full game, which is kind of cool.
That is extremely cool.
Yeah.
I
it
know
seems
nothing
kind
about this game. What is this game?
It's a Keiji Inafune joint.
Yeah?
So I can't believe you don't know anything about it.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of plays like Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Or Fantasy,
It feels...
or maybe even Dynasty Warriors if you want to get real about it, real talk.
Yeah. I don't know how this slipped past me.
It does feel a lot more fast-paced in combat than Monster Hunter does, for sure.
That's what I've heard too.
Definite.
That it's almost like it's taking out a lot of the boring stuff from Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
is what I've been told.
It's really similar though.
With some more boring stuff.
Yeah, there's no at least so far in the demo. There's no exploration, no overworld, no anything like that. You go into a possessed demonic book that has old tales of adventures past, and you choose one of those, and it drops you into an arena with a bunch of monsters that you fight. So it's all enclosed areas where you're fighting all of the critters, which
actually
weird.
is probably better for a portable game.
Maybe
to have it structured like that.
But it makes it kind of, I don't know, it makes it less exciting to me than if I actually get to go through an environment and have a story and whatnot.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, it's a pretty unique setup, I guess. Like, you flip the pages of the book and you can change certain things in it.
Well, okay.
Yeah. The story kind of plays out
like a coloring book, for example.
Yeah, it's like a Wonder Book game.
Like a book of spells.
Like a book of spells, exactly.
Is it like Reading Rainbow?
A bit
so
like
the
that.
cinemas, when you like flip the pages, it's hard to tell when it's done talking at you because you turn the pages and it sort of fills in the story and narrates it, but there are long pauses in between sentences.
Kind of like listening to one of Phil's stories.
Well, that's not
okay. Is this
true?
Is this page done? I guess I'll flip to the next. Oh wait, it wasn't done.
I mean, sure,
There's more.
sometimes.
That's very true. Is Phil done? Okay, we'll go to the... Oh, wait, he's not done.
Well, you need a little bit of dramatic effect.
It also has an art style and a vibe that I don't necessarily cotton to ever, really. You know? It's sort of like Devil May Cry, but even more heavy metal, which rubs me a little bit the wrong way. It feels
about the new DMC or
the old school DMC, but make it a little kind of darker and more two-headed skeletons wearing spiked armor, etc. It's
sweet album cover.
Exactly. That's exactly. It's a Megadeth album cover come to life. So if you're into that, you might like it. But it's
Iron Maiden.
I don't really dig the style of it, but it is pretty accomplished for a portable game. I mean, it feels pretty deep. Everything flows really smooth. It looks nice. There are a lot of options in combat. It has an interesting facet of it where the more you can only use things, it seems like a certain number of times because you're using spells and they kind of either degrade or wear out or whatever, and you have to switch to something else, which is kind of interesting. It puts some strategy into the fighting that hack and slash games don't necessarily always have, so that was kind of cool. But I don't know, it seems really good, but not for me.
Yeah, same here. Doesn't really seem like my type.
Well, you guys really make me want to go download it and try it.
Yeah, now I'm...
Do you like Megadeth?
No.
Do you like... Yeah.
Mega Man?
I don't like Megadeth, forget
Monster
it.
Hunter?
Yeah, if you dig Monster Hunter, you might dig it. No? All right.
I couldn't get into Monster Hunter. I tried. I also don't have the time to devote to Monster Hunter.
Yeah. I played it for a little while on the Wii. I thought it was neat, but...
When I hear after 10 hours it gets really good.
Yeah, that's
about 9.5 hours longer than I want to wait for a game to get really good.
Yeah.
Well, this game also has some online multiplayer. The demo does, but it only runs for a certain amount of time. I didn't try that either, but I might. I don't know.
Could be neat.
All right. So let's talk about NASCAR. Everybody's favorite.
I don't know why I put that on there.
Why the hell did you put that on there?
I wasn't playing anything, but I have started playing, again, another older game that I did put on the list, Castlevania.
Yeah, why?
The 3DS? Oh, you went back to that?
Yeah. Well, I mostly went back to it because I only tried it very briefly when I first got it, and I kind of wrote it off.
I'm still interested in it, I think.
Well, I'll tell you what. I went back and started playing it because I figured, well, I'll give it an honest chance, and then if it sucks, hopefully it's still worth something for trade-in. And I'm actually enjoying it. I'm like a third of the way through now.
So what's the difference? I mean, what? There
is no difference. You have to. It is a mediocre game. There's no getting around it. But you've got to kind of let go of the fact that the art style is not all that nice, and it's very shallow. The game, it's trying hard to do the whole Metroid style exploration gameplay, but it doesn't do it right because every level, every area is loaded in as sort of its own thing, and it'll show you where exits are, but it doesn't tell you where anything goes, and there's no, as far as I can tell, there's no way to access an overall map.
Oh, well, that kind of makes it useless.
Yeah, it kind of sucks in that regard. And as far as the fighting goes, you unlock new moves, but really every single battle, including boss battles, you've got a gigantic range on your whip, like almost the whole screen. And basically it's like, okay, if the enemy is not attacking you, you just sort of wail on them as much as you can. And then when they go to make a move, you roll back out of the way to make sure they don't hit you, and then just kind of repeat that. So it's still a very shallow game, and like I'm not saying it's great by any means, but I'm actually finding myself enjoying it a little bit more, to the point that I'm still playing it anyway.
The thing that bugged me in the demo is that evasion aspect of it seemed really sluggish. Like it was fast enough jumping in and attacking or whatever, but actually getting out of animations to roll away or evade seemed like a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, I think that's a product of the fact that you have such a huge range on your whip, in that the animation actually takes fairly long to play through. So if you just, you've got to watch the enemies, and if you're just jamming on the attack button, you will get caught out that way. And yeah, otherwise, I think the big problem is the art style. The other, it's kind of a weird issue to have, and I don't know if I'm going to explain it very well. One of the other things about the visuals that really drives me nuts, and we talked about this before, the 3D mode in that game. I don't know what it is about it, but I have a really hard time finding like a happy position for the system to play that game in 3D.
Huh.
Because there's a lot of crosstalk and everything happening.
They just have a lot of stuff pushed way in the foreground, right? Or at least that's the way it seemed in the demo, so you kind of go cross-eyed
kind
a
of,
little
yeah.
bit.
But then the problem is that when you reduce the level of the 3D or turn it off, the backgrounds get extremely flat. Like there's no even slight sense of depth. Like I look at something like Luigi's Mansion. If you play Luigi's Mansion with the 3D turned off, it still looks good. It still looks like a 3D game, right? And even if you look at the Lords of Shadow on like the PS3 and 360, that was a really nice looking 3D game. When you turn off the 3D in Mirror of Fate, it looks like a really flat bitmap background.
Huh.
But when
That
you turn
doesn't
on the
sound very
3D, the areas actually look pretty nice. They have a lot of depth, for lack of a better word. But I don't know. It's something really weird about it. There's something about the art style in that game that I think if they'd had a much higher resolution to work in, the game would be a lot better looking using that style. But anyway, yeah, I'm still playing it. I just started the second act, and I think I'm actually going to push right through to the end. But maybe my opinion's kind of changed. Maybe you should give it a shot, Mike, and see what you think of it.
I might. I liked the demo well enough. It seemed cool to me, but then everybody seems so tepid with their reactions that I sort of decided I didn't need it, but maybe I'll give it a try.
I went and checked a couple of reviews on the game after I've been playing it for a couple more days just to see, like, did I miss something? Did people really dig this? And they were all around, like, 6.8, 7, that sort of thing, and that's the reviews that I saw. They're pretty fair. That's pretty much exactly where the game is. Yeah.
Price drop, baby. Price drop.
Exactly.
All right. Should we take a break? Come back and talk Nintendo Direct?
Hey, real quick, CJ.
It's going to be a real long break for me.
Just because I saw it on the list. How are you enjoying Lego City so far?
Oh, I'm enjoying it.
You're getting very close to the end.
I am, yeah. I got to the point where I finally met Peter Serafinowicz. Blackwell, actually.
Oh, okay. Yes. You met Forrest Blackwell.
Character. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a ton of fun. I really, really like it.
I want to hear your reaction to the final mission, so I hope you stick with it.
I am sure that I will finish it. I'll finish the story for sure.
I'm
not gonna 100% this game because I hear
right.
There's just a lot to do in the city. I hear you can finish the story and only be 20% complete.
Oh yeah,
so
that is true.
So
damn,
I'm going to extrapolate here, perhaps unfairly. Are you trying to tell me that you find Lego City Undercover much more compelling than Guacamelee or BioShock Infinite?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to answer that with a yes.
Fair enough.
It's a great game, though, isn't it?
I love that. Hey, horses for courses, baby. I think that's cool.
It's a great game.
I think the thing about Lego City that makes me want to play it is just I can load it up, screw around with the game, and shut it off, and it's like an easy, breezy,
relaxing
fun experience. It's a relaxing game.
Yeah,
exactly.
well, the other two games that Mike mentioned definitely don't fall into that category. So,
so that's why I'm continuing to play it, and I'm having a lot of fun.
Cool.
And I finished Luigi's Mansion, so it's gotta.
Yeah, we should talk about that a little bit. Maybe we'll do that after the break.
Sure.
Don't spoil too much though, because I'm still playing that.
Alrighty, let's break.
Okay.
Your father.
Break.
What? I'm gonna go get the
right back.
3DS Lego game right after we record.
The 3DS one?
Yeah, it comes out today.
I hear it's not very good.
I don't care. I'm gonna play it.
All right.
I'm gonna play it. We also heard that the Wii U one wasn't very good.
Yeah.
So
I hear it's got more fog than the movie The Fog.
Nah, whatever. I don't care. I don't care.
Some pretty bad draw distance there.
I think the movie The Fog had a lot of fog in it, and that's part of why they named it what they did. So if that's true,
yeah, it's a lot.
That's considerable.
Yeah.
But Yeah, it looks like there's not going to be any shipping problems with this one. You know, people were concerned that the Lego 3DS game, just because
Luigi
and Fire Emblem and even the Wii U Lego game had those problems, but But I was at I actually went and pre-ordered it at GameStop.
Yeah.
Just so I could get one, and they told me they actually had them in the store. So
that's pretty crazy.
Yes.
Game's this?
Lego City.
Lego
Undercover. The chase begins.
Oh.
Yes. I'm gonna go refill my water and such.
Go do that.
I'll be back.
Just want to let you guys know I watched Wreck-It Ralph for the 1000th time this morning, and I can report that it's not getting any better.
You don't like it?
You don't like it?
No, I loved it.
Oh,
but after 1,000 viewings, it's
sure.
just, yeah.
Well, that is the plague of having children. Children.
I liked it.
I've
seen it once.
I thought it was darn good.
You know what, CJ? As
Yeah?
your daughter is getting older, say goodbye to seeing children's movies just once.
Oh, I know.
Oh, God.
I am prepared for that eventuality.
I think Phil's jerking off.
No, he's getting a refill to his drink.
That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
What's going
I
on,
have
Star
been
Wars?
collecting Disney movies for my daughter, though.
I thought you were going to say bull semen.
What?
No.
Wait, what? What did I walk into?
I don't know. No idea.
Let me. Here we go. I got.
You're doing the Disney movie collection, are you?
Disney movies, yes.
I've been buying a lot of the
Blu-ray
Disney movies as
Hey,
well.
is that a chip that's flavored like a taco that's flavored like a chip?
Why? Yes,
Wow.
it is.
What will they think of next?
Are you serious? There are
Oh my
Doritos.
God. Tacos Locos.
Doritos.
Doritos.
Shit.
It's like a...
The recursive tortilla chip.
That tastes like the chip.
I think you've probably
You know what, though?
ripped open a hole in space-time.
Space-time.
There.
By the
You know,
way,
they-
Doritos' new logo is horrendous.
Yeah, it really is.
Triangle? How?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a new logo. Okay.
It
New
is.
logo.
It's atrocious. The
I do like
typography.
that the dot over the eye is a triangle.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
They cheat though because it's not actually a chip. You get two types of chips in this bag. You get the
Oh.
nacho cheese, and then there is the.
So you get.
Well, that's
the
good though because
Oh,
taco
so you
has
get the
good
chip.
flavor.
taco.
So you get the chip that's based on the flavor of the taco, but you also get the chip that the taco's flavor was based on.
Yes, I think
Wow.
God damn, that is
Yeah.
marketing.
so.
The universe is collapsing in on itself.
Two
When you
chips,
open that bag, we're all getting sucked into a black hole.
one
Right?
ultimate taste. So, yeah, there we go.
Nice.
It's gonna be pretty exciting.
So you've not
after
had
the
them
show,
yet? There's no
no,
unboxing?
they're.
There's not going to be a live unsacking.
Those are
You
gonna
know
be
what?
something one day.
Let me go get a soda. We'll unsack them right
God.
now.
I don't
You want
think
a
we
live
need to do
unsacking.
that. We don't need to do that. No.
Let's just finish the show.
Yeah,
Too
let's
late.
just...
Too late. There it
Oh,
goes.
God.
I wish you would comically open that
I
bag
think
and
I-
it just went flying everywhere.
I think I
we
saw
go.
a cloud of orange powder emerge as you...
Yeah. There we go.
That
There
looks
we go.
disgusting.
Yikes.
Let's see here. Holy cow! This has a lot of flavor dust on it. Look at.
Those are flavor sprinkles.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try and grab. I believe. Yeah, I have a nacho cheese one, and
I'll bet that's going to taste a hell of a lot like a nacho cheese Dorito. That's not
but I have the crunchy taco one as well.
But how
And
do they
that's gonna
keep the
taste
flavor
a hell of
dust?
a lot like a taco.
How do they keep the flavor
flavored
dust from
Dorito.
cross-pollinating in the
I
bag?
don't think
I don't
they
understand.
do, and that's the magic.
They don't
Man,
have to.
that is wild.
Okay, I'm gonna eat them both at once and see what
Oh, that's
Your
going to be a
mouth may
flavor
explode.
explosion.
it's gonna be like. Yeah. Okay. Mm. Mm. Mm.
And we're back.
Not bad.
in case you
Kinda like a
forgot,
taco.
you're listening to the Player One podcast, your number one podcast for Doritos, Tacos, Locos, taste unboxing.
It's like Doritos and undercooked meat.
New Doritos, Tacos, Locos, Doritos.
You know what? I think I'm gonna polish off
Slam-a-doo?
that bag. Polish off that bag while I polish off Guacamelee. For a genuine south of the border experience.
Yes, that is the most genuine south of the border experience.
A game made by Canadians.
A game made by Canadians and chips made in the USA.
That's right.
Excellent.
Ooh, hold on, I'm having a...
Excellent. So, a little heartburn there?
Up.
Oh, God.
I can't feel my arm. That's weird.
Is it the left one or the right one? Because you might be in trouble.
There we go.
All right, so should we talk a little bit about Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon?
Yeah, talk to me about Luigi's Mansion a little bit.
Sure. Well, as you know, I love the game.
Yeah.
No secret there.
Yeah.
But you know, as the game went on, the boss battles kind of got tedious, I will say, and left.
Funny, if the show goes on, your face gets kind of tedious.
Oh, snap!
Yikes! Yeah.
I learned from Phil.
I don't think that's true. I'm perpetually entertained by your face, CJ.
And all the words coming out of your face hole.
Yeah, so, you know, I enjoyed all of the stages, at least most of them, except for in the fifth mansion towards the end. This is
the tone of voice CJ uses for games that he enjoyed, by the way.
Yeah, no, I love the
game.
I love the game. Boss battles, I kind of soured on later.
Okay.
But, yeah, the regular missions I loved. And I spent probably about 14, 15 hours in playing the game, so...
Did you get all the booze?
I did not get all the booze.
Yeah, neither did I.
But I hear the unlock for that is just a time trial of the mansion.
And you love time trials.
No.
No, me neither.
I'm not a fan. So, yeah. I really love the game. The ending's very cool. But
yes, actually, I really enjoyed the ending. I wish Phil had finished it, because there's still some parts that I'd love to talk about, but I don't really want to let him know what he's going to be dealing with.
Well, I need to get cracking on that.
Finish that up so we can all say that it's our favorite game of the year.
It's a fun game.
It is my favorite game of the year so far.
Is that right?
We're only in April, but yeah.
Still.
That's a third of the year.
Yeah.
That's legit.
It's my favorite game of the year so far until Gran Turismo 6 comes out in November. And let me tell you how irritated that makes me.
Yes.
Go ahead.
That's not confirmed. There's no confirmation of that.
That I'm irritated?
It's just a rumor, right? A rumor that's happening.
I just don't want it to be a PS3 game, that's all. Because then I'll have to leave my PS3 hooked up for like 3 more years.
I see.
That's true. But, I mean, the alternative is it's a PS4 game and you still don't get to play it for 3 years.
Well, there you go.
You know, that's exactly what I said when I was discussing it at lunch with someone, because that's the thing. If they turn them around and say, all right, make it a PS4 game, I actually said 5 years from now is when we'd see it. What I'd like to see is maybe they are able to create some kind of patch workaround anything where the game might work on a PS4. I don't know. Extra disk drive, PS3 CD. I don't know. Just saying. I'm upset.
I don't comment on rumors and speculation.
I didn't mean to bring the podcast down after CJ's stirring review of Luigi's Mansion. But,
what?
Nothing.
My favorite game of the year. Anyway, so let's talk about Mike selling his Xbox 360.
Did you sell it?
I traded it into GameStop, yeah.
Did you really?
Yep.
You really hadn't played it for 6 months?
I had not played it since... The last game I played in it was Forza Horizon, which I didn't really like and didn't play very much. And
hate you.
That's a great game. That is a great game.
Fallow for, I think, 6 months. Or at least 5 months. And so I guess I decided it was time to take it while I still could. They gave me $150, which I look at as sort of a $150 coupon on the next system that I get. So
that's
not
pretty
so bad.
nice. Okay.
Yep.
That's you.
And you know the worst thing about GameStop is not.
Well, that's hard to pick. It's hard to pick a worst thing.
No, it actually isn't for me because I don't really mind any of their policies. I don't care that they sell used games. I don't care that often their employees are kind of annoying know-it-alls.
It's the urine-soaked basement smell.
It is that every single thing you do there takes 5 times longer than it needs to take. It's absolutely ridiculous how much time. Like, I understand that they have to test the system. I'm cool with that. What I'm not cool with is they scan everything in, and then there's a promotion going on. And in order to get the money for the promotion, he has to go to the other register, get a piece of paper that has a barcode on it, scan it to give me the promotion. I just traded the stuff in. How does the computer not know that I'm eligible for the promotion, and why does he have to scan it in? He has to get
You are a cranky old man. Keep going.
He has to get my electronic signature for trading in the games and my digital fingerprint for selling the games.
What?
That's fine. You have to protect yourself, whatever. He needs my ID and my whatever GameStop card. Then when that's all done, he prints it all out on a piece of paper, which I have to sign with a physical pen and give him another fingerprint actually on the paper.
Good Lord.
How many more steps are there in this fucking process?
Really?
Rectal exam.
Is this some weird, like, Utah law involving, like, pawn shops or something like that?
I don't know, because they do a similar thing at Best Buy, except they do it all digitally, so there's one step. Like, you sign the thing and put your fingerprint down.
Because seriously, but, like, you mean like ink on your fingertip on the page?
Yes.
Okay, now
that is the weirdest thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before.
I had when I got my I got my Xbox, the new model Xbox, which was what, a year or two ago. I traded in my original.
That model is called, just so you know, that model is called the Sonoda.
Oh yes.
It's not the Kudo.
Well, bam.
I traded in my old school Xbox and did not have to give fingerprints or anything like that.
Oh. Well, I did twice. Once digitally and once physically.
I'm wondering if that's just a state thing. Yeah, it might just be a state thing.
Maybe. But the point is, there are so many steps involved in this process that it's absolutely ludicrous.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
Like a rapper? Or...
No.
Oh.
He lives in
not the guy who's responsible for a generation not knowing how to spell ludicrous.
CJ's meekly he lives in Atlanta.
That's right. Sure does. All right, what were we talking about? So you sold your 360 because you hadn't played it in 6 months.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And, I looked at that tweet that you were thinking about doing that, and I like the only reason that I turn it on is to play Rock Band because I have so much invested in there. But now since they're not putting out DLC, yeah, exactly. Now that they're not releasing any more DLC for that, who knows? Who knows how much I'll boot it. I guess I did buy Dead Space 3 for 360, so I'll try to finish that. But after that, there's not too much reason anymore.
But you're not going to be able to get rid of that expressly because of that DLC.
Right.
I mean, you have to keep it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Especially if the next system is not backwards compatible.
It was liberating. My entertainment center is much more neat and tidy right now because I actually got rid of all the other extraneous crap that I had under there, including my OnLive micro console, which I had
finally got rid of it.
Even longer than 6 months. So yeah, I'm clean as a whistle now.
Nice.
Now you have room for your Ouya.
Yeah.
Now I can get my Ouya.
Yeah.
Excited for that.
Clearly. All right, let's talk about Nintendo Direct. What do you think about that?
They announced some games this week.
They announced a few. Just a few. Should we skip to the important stuff?
Like?
Update for the Wii U?
The update for the Wii U, which supposedly is happening tomorrow.
Yeah. Like
what does it do?
Coming, right? Is it
what?
adding Virtual Console?
It adds Virtual Console. I think they're opening that the day after the update.
Right.
Yeah. And it
Speeds
can
things
download and install software in the background.
Shocking.
Okay.
As well as system update stuff. Because before you had to go into the little download manager thing to install software. So it can now do that in the background or when the system's off.
Huh.
So that's kind of cool.
Which means the system isn't actually off.
Right.
It's true.
So what they're telling you is your power bills are
on.
going up.
Always on.
Yep.
And it cuts the loading time between screens.
Which is...
That's what everyone wants, right?
It's pretty awesome.
So, with the Virtual Console...
Yeah.
Which I'm excited about because of the off-screen play.
Me too.
They're going to be opening that up supposedly Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
the day after the update, yeah.
Right. Now, they've talked about how people who have bought Virtual Console games on the Wii will be able to pay
$1 or
$1 or
$1.50.
something, to
Upgrade.
Yeah, upgrade their Virtual Console games to the Wii U. So is that going to happen on Tuesday? Where
As
you'll
far
be
as I
able
know,
to start doing
yes.
that? Okay.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing: are they going to you can update your entire library?
Well,
I
you do it one
sincerely
at a
doubt it'll
time.
be that convenient.
Or is it?
Imagine it'll be one at a time.
I can totally see Nintendo, but are they going to open up access to all the titles?
Oh, no.
You think they're going to do some sort of inconvenient Nintendo this week? If you have Urban Champion or Ice Climber on your system, we will allow you to update those. Join us next week when you can update your copies of Tennis and Baseball.
Good lord.
If you have Urban Champions or Ice Climbers on your system, you will only be allowed to update those. People who don't have those games on their system can update everything else this week.
Yeah.
No, I think they're going to do an initial batch of, I don't know, half dozen games. Or it might be more than that, but it's not going to be, here's everything that was on the Wii Virtual Console and you can spend $1.50 to update. No, that's not happening.
Now what's this nonsense? Who's calling?
Iwata calling to register his disdain.
Yes. All right, so Wii U update followed by Virtual Console. That's very good news. Of course.
See. Let's go into games.
Go into some games. Well, while we're talking about Virtual Console, let's talk about Earthbound. Which, of course, everybody wants on Virtual Console.
That's happening now.
That was kind of a surprise announcement, I would say.
Just a bit.
Yeah, did not expect that. So Iwata acknowledged the outpouring of support.
Yeah.
Basically, the flood of English speakers, the flood of honkies messing up the
did he use that term? He actually...
Well, he didn't say it exactly, but...
I think a flood of honkies is one of the plagues from the Book of Revelations in the Bible.
Well, technically, I believe that is what a group of honkies is called.
A plague? A plague of honkies?
No.
Plague of honkies. Yeah. I think we have a title for this episode. Right there.
Plague of honkies.
Plague of honkies.
Yeah.
Showed up on the Miiverse community for Earthbound, or for Mother 2 in Japan, and posted a lot of English comments begging Nintendo to bring it out in Europe and the US, so they are doing so.
So there has never been an English version of this game, is that the deal?
No, there has been.
This is the SNES game.
The Super Nintendo game, yeah.
So why is this a big deal?
Well, because the only time it was available was on the Super Nintendo, and it bombed when it was out.
It bombed hard.
Yeah,
It was
like,
an extreme bomb.
presumably anyone who was that passionate about this game
yes.
already played it with an emulator, right?
Oh, of course.
Okay. So they're going to
Yes.
sell like 27 of these things and then say, see? This is why we didn't bring it over, you jackasses.
That's
Very,
gonna be the
very
big
likely.
test. That's the big test now, and this will be very interesting to see because there was some sort of licensing brouhaha with some of the music in the game, I guess, is the reason why it has not been re-released.
You know, the speculation has been that it's been legal issues like, oh, they used the opening bars from this Beatles song, or this reference is too close to something like a real product or whatever.
Yeah.
That's been speculation. That's why it's not shown up on Virtual Console in English or anywhere outside of Japan yet. So, is it going to be the exact same thing as the Super Nintendo cartridge just brought here, or will it have changes like Star Tropics? You know, who knows? If it does have any changes, I can bet that the hardcore community is going to boycott it, in which case that's going to be great for its sales, which in turn will mean that we will see no more Mother games in English released officially.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'll pick it up.
I'll pick it up too.
Yeah, you own the cartridge, right?
I do.
Yeah, same here, same here.
But they were dumping that thing for $5.
Oh yeah,
at the point like that, it just completely tanked in the West.
That
Nobody
is where
bought
I got
it.
mine. There was a stack of probably about 100 copies of that game.
Yeah,
brand new for $5 each.
Is it
it
good?
bombed in a
Like, did it
spectacular
bomb because
fashion.
it's not good?
No, I don't think it bombed because it's not good. I think it bombed potentially. What?
It bombed because I mean RPGs weren't super huge at that point,
Right.
and it also, was not a graphically impressive game. It has that very simple line art cartoon style, and I think people looked at it back then and said, "Oh, this looks terrible. This does not look like a Super Nintendo game. I'm not going to play this crap." And
and then they didn't.
And nobody bought it. And Nintendo's kind of bizarre marketing for it didn't help, certainly. The
scratch and sniff.
Yeah, they had this whole scratch and sniff gimmick.
Wow.
And running like a 2-page spread ad with a giant headline that just says, "This game stinks."
Yeah.
And
that's what they did.
Pictures of like slime monsters with stink lines coming off of them and stuff like that.
That seems like a really bad idea.
It was the 90s.
Yeah.
Pretty much all video game advertising was a bad idea.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, there was plenty of time for clacks, not so much time
not so much for Earthbound.
For marketing meetings.
No.
But,
but it'll be interesting to see how this one sells.
Yeah?
In English. Apparently it never came out in Europe.
Oh, is that right? I did not know that. Interesting.
Yeah.
So,
because it did so well in the, the U.S.
Yeah.
But now this is kind of put up or shut up time. Like if enough people don't buy it, then that's right there. And the reason they haven't brought this thing out in the past is because it's sold so effing poorly.
Yeah. So
now it's
a
put your money where your mouth is.
Yes.
Situation.
Yep.
And stop junking up the Japanese Miiverse community for Mother 2. That's the other message.
Well, now they need to start junking it up so we get a translation of Mother 3. So go. Because you know what? If this whole experience has taught the Earthbound fans anything,
it's that when you complain very loudly...
Yes, if you complain enough, Nintendo will cave in and do whatever you want. So...
Same with Operation Rainfall.
Huh? Yep.
The last game from Rainfall came out this week, didn't it?
It did.
Pandora's Tower, yeah.
See?
Yeah, from Exceed.
You bitch enough, and Nintendo will do it.
We'll do whatever you want.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Anything.
All right, so let's talk about Zelda Oracle of Ages and Seasons.
Those games were great.
Yeah, they are.
They were great Zelda games.
They are. Coming to Virtual Console.
Which I already own on GVC, so
Yes.
I could play them right now if I wanted to.
You could.
Yeah.
But their batteries are probably dead.
Actually, they might not be.
Well, that's true. They probably aren't.
Yeah.
I think
wonder how they're gonna
Zelda battery's still kicking.
I wonder how they're going to handle the connectivity as far as Virtual Console goes. If they'll sell them as a package.
Aren't they already out in Japan though? So
I don't know.
Be able to find that out.
You'd think somebody would do some research on that.
Yeah.
Especially if they knew they were already out in Japan. CJ.
That's all I know. I don't know anything about that. I never did the whole connectivity thing with those games, I don't think.
You didn't? That was like the whole point of those games.
It's true.
That was the only way to get the real ending. Well, you
could more interesting.
You could play through both of them, but
I know what happens.
There
in the
more
real
interesting
ending.
Zelda news.
You save Princess Zelda.
You actually save Princess Peach.
All right.
That was
Anyway,
the twist.
Should we go to the more interesting Zelda news then? A Link to the Past 2.
Yes.
For the 3DS.
Yeah.
Announced and shown
not
in the Nintendo Direct.
Indifference on Mike's face.
I'm not excited about that.
A Link to the Past.
Indifference.
A Link to the Past is the only Zelda game that I have ever loved, so I am very excited about this.
Okay.
How do you like the look of it? How do you like the look of the new one?
It looks good to me. I mean, I kind of like the old, flatter, darker outline 16-bit Zelda, but this looks really nice to me.
I think
it's
really
weird.
Nice.
The weirdest holdover to me is the hit the edge of the screen and the whole screen scrolls thing. Like the way they updated the graphics makes sense to me, but it's weird that they would keep that as one of the kind of throwbacks to the old version.
Well, how would you rather have it then? You'd rather have
just have it always scrolling.
You're always scrolling.
Yeah. Always be scrolling.
Always be scrolling.
ABS.
Otherwise, hit the bricks.
Ah, nice.
All right.
Ass is going out. I'm kind of torn on how it looks. I don't really dig the 3D treatment of the.
Did you watch the
style.
Video on the 3DS?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay. I did too.
I also don't like the way
nice.
Link looks, to be honest.
It looks good. It just looks fuzzier. You know, it's not as crisp because it doesn't have those flat kind of posterized colors and the dark outlines around everything like A Link to the Past did. But it looks good.
Yeah.
I reserve judgment. I mean, I'll play it because A Link to the Past was.
I love the turning into a drawing and going on the wall. Holy shit, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's
that is
really
awesome.
cool.
That is very cool.
I would say that the new Yoshi's Island game suffers more from the sort of 3D-ness, losing the sprite-based graphics than Link to the Past does.
Yeah. You almost kind of hoped. Yeah. I haven't watched it, but so they actually doing the new Yoshi's Island like with 3D models then?
Yeah,
because I haven't watched. I haven't seen it.
They're either 3D models or like pre-rendered 3D, like Donkey Kong Country.
Yoshi's Story.
Probably the former more than the latter.
It's too bad because it seems to me that it would be way more effective to almost stay with the sprites than just do layers.
Yes.
On the 3DS, that would look pretty.
Yes, it would. No such luck though.
Yeah. No.
Speaking of awesome 3DS announcements, though, I don't know if you mentioned this while I was gone, but I'm very excited about the Mario and Luigi.
No, we did not mention that. But yes, that looks awesome as well.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, especially after the disappointment that was Paper Mario.
Yeah.
Sir shot at a good Mario role-playing game on the 3DS.
Yeah, Mario and Luigi games are typically pretty darn good.
Yes. Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And this one looks pretty good.
New Professor Layton, huh?
So Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
I was telling CJ, I'm calling it now. Wart is the final boss.
Really?
Yeah.
What's got you going on with that?
It's all about dreams.
Makes sense.
That would be great. I think
I would like that. Yeah. I've been wanting to see more Wart.
See, the best thing is, since we're like the 4th or 5th most popular video game podcast, no one's going to remember I said that. But if it's true, then we'll be able to run the recording of this episode and say, "Hey, I got that." But if it turns out to be not true, no one's going to remember this by next week. So I'm in the clear, right?
Yeah.
Smart move. Good planning on that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, they also announced more of those Guild Series games from level 5.
They look kind of neat.
They do, especially Attack of the Friday Monsters.
Yeah.
That looks pretty friggin' awesome.
Very rad.
It's a very
By that I mean
giant
robot
monster.
alchemic drive.
Yeah, very exactly.
Oh.
Looks great. And Bugs vs. Tanks by your personal hero, Phil, Keiji Inafune.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Apparently, Phil has nothing to say about it, Phil.
I don't.
This is turning into a list of what was shown.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that what those Nintendo Direct things are now? I mean, it's like it's Nintendo opening up the junk drawer and seeing what's in there that they can sell to you at their garage sale.
Sure. It's like reading a collection of PlayStation blog posts.
We got Ted Turner to recolor these old Nintendo games.
Yeah. But the new Mario Golf game looks really great for 3DS.
Asynchronous play, too. We get some Mario Golf tournaments going.
Tournaments, yeah, you can create your own communities and have tournaments within them. That is friggin' awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to be buying that game, I think.
Yeah.
If only there were a cutesy golf
P1
game that you could do the same thing with.
Can you create your own community in the game, though, in Hot Shots?
No, you can't.
No, you can't. Suck on that, Phillips.
There you go.
Burn.
Yeah, new Mario Party game. Who cares about that, right?
Yeah, seriously.
Donkey Kong for 3DS.
I do love that they threw the new Mario Party in as the Year of Luigi game. The
exactly.
The Year of Luigi thing is so funny because it's just like such a non-thing at all. They've just decided that's what they're going to do this year.
Well, what about new Super Mario Brothers Luigi?
It's an expansion.
There's
one Luigi game. That's
really an expansion, right? It turns the whole game into.
It's all like
a bunch of time trials.
It's like time trial stuff.
Time trials with Little Big Planet physics.
All right. Floaty jump, yeah.
I'm just trying to get my attention, really. It's killing me to watch him sitting there playing with his...
Until we get to the end of the list.
I think we are at the end of the list.
Sometime on Thursday.
Although they did announce Pikmin 3 is coming out August 4th.
Exciting.
Yeah.
So that's exciting, but wow, what a wait for that one.
It was supposed to be a launch game originally, right? Or am I mistaken?
Or at least soon after.
Launch window, as they say in the biz.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like the next game from Nintendo is Game & Wario in June.
I can't get excited about that.
It's quite a wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the mini
This
games
is the worst
look
second
cool,
half of the show ever.
Yeah, CJ, step it up.
All right, fine.
I think Luigi's
Mansion
is probably my favorite game of the year. Pretty awesome.
It's great.
How about that Nintendo Direct? They announced some cool games, huh? I'm pretty excited about them.
Be okay.
You got a flying Pikmin. Holy shit.
What?
You may have seen it last time.
You may have, if you were noticing. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do some tweets. What do you think about that?
Okay.
Tweet it.
All right.
Let's
Hacker
do 5.
Alias.
5 tweets.
5 tweets. All right.
Don't put a limit
Hacker
on
Alias.
tweets.
Yeah.
Tweets are organic, Greg.
Tweet number 1. Number 1. From Hacker Alias Mighty Ducks. Have you ever been unable to play any games because of motion sickness? I've missed out on
someone so bad.
Doom,
Don't,
Far
if
Cry
you're going to
3.
quote Def Leppard, do it before they were the worst thing in the universe.
Oh.
That's when they were the best thing in the universe. Are you kidding? I know CJ has motion sickness in some games.
Yes.
I do. Yeah, he says he's missed out on Doom, Far Cry 3, and a few other first-person shooters. Yeah, I get motion sickness. That's probably why I don't play a whole lot of Infinite, because I can only play in like hour-long chunks before it starts giving me a headache.
The closest that I ever get, I don't in pretty much anything, but I get pretty darn close in Source Engine games. So like Half-Life 2 and the Portal games. Something about the way
Left 4 Dead 2.
Left 4 Dead 2, absolutely.
Awful.
Something about the way things move and warp when you turn in those games makes me a little bit queasy if I play for too long.
Because they have like a fisheye lens thing going on there.
They do,
right?
absolutely.
So on the sides of the image, things start moving a little faster off the screen. So yeah, I hate that. That gets me more than anything else when games start doing that.
And that really sucked because I just wanted to sit and plow through Portal 2 in, a sitting or two. But after like a couple hours, I was like, I kind of feel like I want to chunder here, so I had to quit.
I want to blow chunks. Yeah.
I can't think of a game that's ever done anything like that to me.
Yeah, I've not had such a problem.
No?
Nope.
Lucky.
Right.
No motion sickness here.
Now, The Hobbit movie.
That's in the 48 frames?
Well, I think any sort of Tolkien stuff makes me want to vomit. But I think that has very little to do with motion sickness.
Technical reasons.
Oh, my goodness.
By the way, how about that Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, huh? I just love some of the marketing that Ubisoft's putting out. Some of the videos are hilarious. Just looks great. Cool. I am going to play that game. I am going to play that.
That's next week.
Next week.
Is it really next week?
I'm going to be playing that. Looks great.
Yep.
All right. Let's do this one from Hacker Alias. This is tweet number 2.
Number two.
Hacker Alias FGE773 asks, when you guys were on the coverage side, was there anyone making six figures?
What?
Are there of us? Seems insane. I think... Doesn't this come out of some editorial that was?
It was David Jaffe.
David Jaffe was like, "You should hire."
No, he had this brilliant idea.
All of our salaries for the entire time all three of us worked.
Yeah.
In magazines and websites, and you wouldn't hit six figures.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Game
journalists are not paid a whole lot.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Certainly weren't paid a whole lot way back when.
I mean,
if they were paid a whole lot, they wouldn't live 4 to an apartment and talk about eating Taco Bell all the fucking time.
Exactly.
There's no way in the world.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I don't think so.
No, I mean you can
maybe if you were editorial director or something, maybe.
If you were doing something that no one else in the industry could do.
Right.
Well, there's that too, right.
If you were at the top of the food chain, maybe.
Yes.
I don't think there's anybody doing that now either, right? I would imagine not.
No. I would be surprised. I mean, you'd have to be pretty far up to be there.
Yeah.
Even in San Francisco, I think.
Yeah.
Having to be in San Francisco is one of the things that made it so bad.
Yes,
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Not that San Francisco's bad, but just
it's
so
just
expensive.
crazy expensive.
It's a little pricey out here.
All right, tweet number 3.
Number three.
From Guillaume NWR. Fine podcast there, as well as NintendoWorldReport.com.
That's not a rap band, then?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because I know what the NW stands for. I'm not sure about the R. Maybe it's Ratitude.
Ratitude. There you go.
That's
he asks, do you guys have games? Do you guys have games in your backlog that you actually plan on getting to one day?
All of them.
Yeah, probably.
I wouldn't call it a plan so much as a desire.
Yeah.
So I had this one game in my backlog that, embarrassingly, the times that I've gone to do it, and I just barely figured this out. I had Splinter Cell Conviction. Conviction? Is it Conviction? I think. I bought it on a Steam sale, and I had it for about a year, and then decided, you know what, I'm going to play Splinter Cell Conviction. So I went to my Steam list, and I could not find Splinter Cell Conviction, and I thought, maybe I didn't buy it. And I repeated this process 2 or 3 times before I realized that alphabetically, that game is listed under Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Conviction. So now that I know where it is, I do have a plan to play that someday.
Your Steam list is so big that you couldn't stumble across that?
Basically.
Wow.
That is a sizable Steam
That is a
list.
man with a big Steam list.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They were $2. What did you want me to do?
I was buying pornography.
It's a pornography store. Maybe Super Mario Sunshine. I never got
You
around
should
to
play
never
that.
gonna
That
go
game's
playing
awesome.
much of that.
I love
You're
that
never
game.
gonna play that.
Or the Galaxy games.
If
I
they
haven't
release it on
played a
Virtual
lot of
Console, I'm sure you'd have a serious raging hard-on for it, though.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Ooh.
All right. Ooh.
That was CG's raging hard on face.
Yeah, that was too soon after saying the word pornography for me.
All right. Tweet number 4.
Number
Are we at
4.
4? I think we're at
Do
4.
this one in your Ronald Reagan voice.
Well,
Phil doesn't know which one I was going to read.
Phil's barely paying attention now too,
Well,
CJ. Let's pick it up.
Maybe I was
Yeah.
talking to you.
yeah, come on.
Oh. Hacker alias P.O. Rowe says, I had more fun playing Guacamelee than I did with Bioshock, but is it really fair to compare two completely different games?
Yes.
Sure.
Because
Yes,
they
why
occupy
not?
the same type of time.
And they're begging for the same money.
Mhm.
Yes.
And I
Absolutely,
agree with him.
yeah.
I had a hell of a lot more fun with Guacamelee than I did with Bioshock Infinite.
I have not played much more of Bioshock.
Me neither.
Do you have a desire to?
I mean, I'm more interested in the story than the
Exactly.
gameplay mechanics.
There you go.
at this
Me
point.
too.
Well, there's a whole lot of gameplay mechanics to get
There's
through
a
before you get to
whole-
the end of
yeah,
that
that's
story.
what I-
And they are not integrated well at all.
That's-
You do some gameplay, and then you get some story, and then you do some
Uh,
gameplay, and then you get some story.
Yeah,
Mm.
I gotta see what I can do there. I guess we can add Bioshock Infinite on my backlog that I intend to get to.
I will say that
Uh,
I'm not saying that Bioshock was like front runner for my game of the year or anything, but Guacamelee and Luigi's Mansion both have pushed it down a couple steps.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
there you go.
really like both of them a lot.
All right. Let's do tweet number 5.
Ah,
This one from Hacker alias Careful Ralph. Huh?
Wreck-It
yes.
Ralph?
The
No.
God.
He's going to be careful. All right.
was
I'm
that your
gonna
Wreck-It
tiptoe
Ralph
around
impression
it.
there?
What?
What did you say?
That's what Careful Ralph says instead of "I'm gonna wreck it." He
I don't
says,
know what's happening here.
I'm gonna gingerly tiptoe around it and
What are we talking about,
exercise
Gingers?
extreme caution not to knock it over.
Yes.
All right.
Don't
He
knock over
asks, what is the greatest Nintendo-published console/handheld pinball game? Revenge of the Gator? Metroid Prime Pinball?
Wait, Nintendo published?
Nintendo published.
Because
Nintendo
if it
did
wasn't
publish
Nintendo
it.
published, the answer would be Jackie Crush, but they didn't publish that.
Nintendo didn't publish Revenge of the Gator either.
No, I don't think they did.
That was
They may have in other regions.
Well,
that Ultra?
No, it was HAL.
Oh,
It was a HAL
be
Laboratory.
like that? I don't know.
Jesus.
That Metroid pinball game was pretty sweet, though.
Yeah, it was.
Pokemon Pinball
Pokemon Pinball
was awesome.
is
Which Pokemon pinball though?
the GBA one.
No, I like the Game Boy Color one.
Oh yeah?
No, F that.
What do you
GBA
know?
all the way.
Yeah, they're both good. They're both very
They
good.
are both good, but the
Yeah.
GBA one's better.
I
Just
think
saying.
I might agree.
I like
think
pinball
might
in
agree.
the NES.
Really?
No, I didn't really. But
That
when
was
I was a
the
kid, I
first-
loved it.
That was the first video game I ever rented, actually.
Really?
Yep. Yep, indeed.
And I think I saw that in the little sizzle reel they had for Virtual Console, so you can maybe buy that this week, huh, Greg?
Probably
Huh?
not.
Well, I own a copy of it.
It's.
I'm sure
Hey,
you-
when I was a kid, I loved that game. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed playing it.
Yeah, so
it's
did I.
crap, but I really enjoyed playing it.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Gator holds up though.
That's what Phil's playing right now.
Actually, I'm playing I'm playing Nimble Quest right now.
Nice.
This is
Because,
bad. You
Nimble
realize
Quest is
that
good.
you realize that we've got 2 of our 4 hosts actually playing video games,
I know. When
That's not
they
true
should
at
be
all.
talking about them.
Well,
surfing
that's
porn and playing video games.
you know, when the conversation is as riveting as CJ's making it, What else can I
God!
do?
Wow! All right. I guess that means I'm not going to host next week.
Oh,
Phil can host next week.
yes.
No.
Yes.
Remember the last
Too late.
time that happened?
Too late.
Need I show you the video of the last time that happened?
I've seen the video.
I'm busy next week.
Calling it now. No shirts allowed. No shirts allowed next week.
I think somebody asked for Mike to host, so maybe we should do that next week.
What?
Because
Who would do that? That seems like a really terrible idea.
His great hosting job on the
run
Bioshock
some other podcast into the ground as the
That's what I
host.
do.
Yeah. There you go. Look forward to that next week.
Can we just hire Rich Grisham?
Better.
Yeah.
Let's do a Kickstarter so we can hire Rich Grisham to be our host.
Hey, what was that
For a
email
year.
that you sent out? CJ?
What do you mean?
You sent out an email.
You want me to
everyone.
read the email?
Well, you don't have to read the whole thing.
Yeah. He was just
But,
thanking us for the entertainment that we provide him each week.
Yeah.
And he can only recognize Mike by his voice. Or
But
Mike
there
is the
was-
only one
It's
he
very
can recognize.
sultry.
Sexy voice.
Wasn't he saying that we used to complain about baby talk?
Yeah. Which I don't
Tastes
remember.
like
I don't
baby
recall.
food.
I don't recall. Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah. Yes.
there you go.
Okay.
I've pulled up
And
the iPhone.
CJ looking to avoid that topic.
what? Looking to avoid
Nothing.
what topic?
Nothing. Nothing. Jesus.
And that's our show for this week. Thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, wait a second. Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead. I just said wait a second.
Fucking
All
hate
you had to do
guys.
was wait a
And
second.
I did.
And then you kept waiting. Okay.
If you would like to comment on something that you heard or saw,
Or
on
felt.
Or if you have,
Or
if you
felt.
have several
Any
criticisms.
feelings you don't understand.
criticisms, yeah, you can direct that to @P1Podcast on Twitter, or you can go to Player1Podcast/338 and share your comments on this episode.
That's where I'm
And
going.
while you are at player1podcast.com, check out some blog entries from Mr. Seward, including a new episode of Generation 16.
That's right, baby.
What was
Very
your
nice.
favorite game covered in that episode, CJ?
He's scrambling to find the list.
Yeah.
Midnight Resistance.
Yeah, I'll say that one, sure.
That
I
hurts.
watched it, Greg.
I know you did. I know
watched
you
it.
watch it every time, Phil, and I
Hey.
appreciate that.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. I appreciated that you gave Phantasy Star 3 a fair shake. You know,
Thank you.
Phantasy Star 3, not a good game, certainly. A game, however, that I do have nostalgic feelings for, because it was the first RPG I ever played. But I recognize that it's not a terribly good game. But you know, it is so often used as kind of a punchline. People just immediately write it off as being a terrible game. But you gave it a very fair assessment.
Thank
You know,
you.
you pointed out some of the positive features and how the negative features perhaps outweighed it a bit. But yeah, very fair and balanced. one
I
could
appreciate
say.
that you say that, because that is the game that caused the major delay in getting the show done anyway. Because I played something like 20 hours of that thing
Oh my lord.
to get the
crap.
footage I wanted.
Damn.
That's
Yeah.
insane. No, I was very pleased with the coverage of that.
Word.
So yeah, it was a good
All right.
episode.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you know,
You
1
can
in 8.
check that
Jason,
out.
watch it.
You can
1 in
check
8.
that out at player1podcast.com. Yes, and there's a message board there where we can discuss this very episode with us and our other listeners. That's all I got.
CJ dipping into the morning zoo there.
That's right.
If you'd like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by going to the iTunes Music Store. While you're at the iTunes Music Store, you can also invest $1.99.
Cheap.
To pick up the Player One Podcast iPhone application, gives you one-touch communication with us via the voicemails, the emails, the Twitters, the what have you. Crap!
Now you got to start over.
If you'd like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so. You have all of our episodes ready to stream.
That's the point.
Isn't that great?
That's the takeaway. That's the key
Yes.
Yeah,
takeaway.
really.
That's true.
That's what you
And
want.
hey!
That's your
Android
action
telephone users. Player One
Yes.
Podcast iPhone application is available for your listening device as well for that same $1.99.
Also cheap.
You can find that right over there in the Amazon Android Marketplace. You can also check us out on Stitcher, or you can check us out most weeks live. You can watch this nonsense live right on your
You can watch the
computer.
magic happen.
So when we compliment each
True.
other on our T-shirts, you'll know what the hell we're talking about.
Exactly. Through the magic
What's
of
Mike
YouTube.
got on there? His T-shirt there.
Three
that-
wolves
that's-
and a moon.
That
No,
is.
close. It's
Is it?
It's 3 log night. It's 3 Kenny Loggins.
Nice. That's awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Very good.
That is amazing.
I approve. I just noticed that Seward has the Game of Life and I believe Candyland behind him. Up on a shelf
That's
there.
impressive.
Thank you.
Something that he
Wow.
and his wife do when the kids go to sleep. Let's play
Yeah.
a little bit of candy. Strip Candyland, hon. Let's get this done. And we do
Never been better.
shoots and ladders.
Yes.
Oh.
You guys are doing pretty good.
Yeah?
Can you see the one on top of Candyland?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
It's Battleship, in case you're.
Okay. Is
And-
Candyland's on top of Life, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that your camera cuts off there, so
And Formula D is the game at the bottom.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a great
That's a-
racing board game.
Oh yeah?
Oh.
Is it one of those weird European games?
Yep.
Is it the one that shitty iPad game was based
Yeah,
on?
absolutely.
Oh man. So follow our
I'm
Twitter
not going to
to
fight
find
with
out.
you, Mike. I know that's what you're trying to do, and I'm not going to fight with you.
Follow our Twitter to find out when
petty
we are doing our
college.
next live episode that you can watch.
Embrace your anger, Greg. Take your lightsaber and strike me down.
And why? Why wouldn't you want to watch this?
Strike me down now. I think someone actually complimented my Palpatine impression, which
Somebody's
somebody
never seen
did.
Star Wars.
which astounds me. Yeah. They may have seen him on Robot Chicken or something like that.
Probably, yeah.
And that's what they're
Papa
basing it
Palpatine.
around.
I thought you were still doing your Ronald Reagan.
Yes, Gordy. Strike me down. I like jelly beans, Nancy. Yeah, you know.
Same thing.
That's about as far as I can go into political humor. I've reached the limits of my knowledge. Reagan liked jelly beans and knew someone named Gorby.
And someone named Nancy.
And someone named Nancy. Well, Nancy was his daughter or something.
Oh, okay.
His
She hated
child,
drugs.
It was his child bride.
Was she older or younger than Rad Ray Gun?
She was the older one.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. CJ?
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
Greg?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Michael?
Yes,
Thanks.
pleasure.
Thanks.
Good day to
Pleased
you.
to have you. Next week?
Let's do it.
Why not?
Okay. Yeah,
Sure.
okay.